Going?
Are we going?
We're going.
You got our list down of what we're going to... No. I don't have my glasses on.
Well, put your glasses on.
I'm not putting my glasses on. So, Ty, you got to tell us when we're about ready to go.
Well, I'm watching, but I forget I need to be looking up here.
And let us...
Hello, everybody out there.
You're going.
I'm going.
You're running this meeting.
Today is
Hump Day.
Hump Day. So we missed y'all last week, but are happy to be here on this great Wednesday.
It's so great.
So
This is the greatest Wednesday of all Wednesdays.
That's why we're a little bit late.
We are late.
People's busy trying to get into the year, use their insurance, and everybody's probably dealing with a lot of that stuff. So
this is at the end of the year. It's always crazy because, literally, like yesterday, I was looking at our schedule, going, maybe we just don't even come in tomorrow, and then all of a sudden it just got boom. It
fills up like
really fast.
out of nowhere.
I'm sure everybody else is running a little bit wacky. Things, schedules getting changed and everything. We're living through it right now. That's the reason for our late start. But what are we doing for Christmas?
So we were discussing our team Christmas party, and so we actually are going to do the escape room. Mm-hmm. We did it last year. It was a lot of fun, but we did the prison break because I think they thought that I probably would. She would be real good at this.
Well, your husband runs
a prison.
Yeah,
so
we figured.
Surely she could figure it out. It was really hard. It was fun, but it was just way too hard.
Yeah, but we had a good time together, and it's something that I think is important for team members to do at the end of the year. I mean, it's always, a time frame to celebrate, change, whatever. And, doctors that are watching out there, you should have some sort of end of the year celebration, whether it's Christmas or whatever, just because, they've worked hard for you.
Yeah, and I think it kind of rejuvenates people for the new year, and everybody's just worked hard, and it's kind of fun to get together outside of the office because it can be stressful, in the office, and everybody's kind of running crazy. But when you get to go do something fun, which we've done bowling, something that's kind of interactive, and then we also do dinner. We try to support our patients as well. So if we have patients who have different businesses, we have some that own restaurants, and so we do our Christmas dinner with them, and so that's always fun to kind of go and experience.
And one of our patients is a Santa Claus.
Yes, that's right. He actually went to Santa school.
Which was ridiculous. It was 3 or 4 months long. And he needed to know all the history. He got a little Kris Kringle card.
And everything.
He's a union card carrying Santa Claus. When we did bowling 2 years ago, we were all dressed up and everything. And we had Santa Claus come. We paid him, one of our patients. And we had Santa. It was great.
It was fun. Get your teams together and do something fun.
Well, and if you are working with a doctor that maybe isn't so jolly, let's say, the team members should get together and have your own little Christmas thing, because it's you've always said that a dental practice is kind of like a family, your work family and everybody, but you might go eat turkey together.
And I mean, I think it makes a difference, because the one girl that you may think that she just has an attitude from 8 to 5, maybe she just has a different, stress level or whatever, and then you realize when you get outside of your office environment that, oh wow, we actually had a really good time.
And if you don't, doctors, that's the one you get rid of for January.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Shake things up.
All right. So, one of the quote-unquote legends in CEREC is Dr. Joseph Kunkala, European doctor. He's probably the best CEREC doctor I've ever seen. I've followed him for years, and Joseph took it upon himself to, during this virus year that we've got, because all of our conventions aren't working very well, put it together, a digital conference, and he calls it the Legends of the Masters of Digital Dentistry. And I'm very thankful for Joseph for asking me to lecture on that. Mine is when?
Thursday.
Oh, that's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yes,
yeah,
tomorrow.
I gotta have mine together by tomorrow, but I know that it's tomorrow. It's okay. So he's doing 3 days. I think the American contingency is tomorrow, and then the European contingency is Friday, and then I think the rest of the world, Australia, Asia, and everything's doing on Saturday. And so what I love about this concept is that you're getting a flavor of around the world type of digital dentistry because, you know, quite frankly, I think American dentists, we kind of dominate the world, and that's just the way the nature of a product goes, I think sometimes, and we have our meetings in the United States and everything, but this is a truly international group, so make sure you check that out, and at least check mine out. Don't watch all the other ones. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. James Clemens right before me. He's always great to watch. He's equally as talented as Dr. Kunkala, and then I'm after him, and then Christine Adeland, who's really up and coming lecturer, does great cosmetic work. She's doing an hour after me. So that's it. We show my topic is we're doing the cosmetic one-day makeover. Cindy, I've done, how many of these we've done, you think?
We've done a lot.
A lot.
We've done a lot.
And you know, we've done so many that we have the schedule down really well. We have the techniques down to get 8 or 10, maybe 12 veneers done in one visit. So I talk about the scheduling, I talk about materials, and you know, the thing that people don't realize that it's all based on, like the hindrance point of everything, is local anesthetic.
Yeah.
That's the thing you have to manage in a way to get all those done. I also do talk about like whether or not you should do it. Maybe you don't have a practice style that could do a cosmetic makeover in one visit. We do because I've basically made my practice have the ability to do that. Others may not, and so are you of clinical skill to even try it? I think a lot of people, dentists, I'm saying, are afraid. They don't want it to look right. Listen, I've done not so great veneer cases, but it was a stepping stone in learning.
And it was probably in the moment of you were so stressed out too, because Dr. Ehrlich always says stress kills creativity. And so if you go into it going, I'm going to do these 8 veneers and I'm going to do them today, and then, you know, and maybe you don't start like that. Maybe you have to break it up a little bit. And then that way the stress isn't there, because sometimes when things don't go just right, you have to get something in the mouth, and that's sometimes maybe the shape or the corners, or there's something that you're going to pick apart later. Yeah. You know.
I'll put it this way for the people that dentists out there that aren't doing one-day cosmetic makeovers. How many cases do you think I get to do because I don't do temporaries? And I'll let that sting just for a second. So a lot of different thoughts on that, but we get to do a lot because we literally get it done in one visit. Yeah. All right, what do we got next?
To talk about one of the cases, I actually I have 2 classes this weekend. My Ceric Aces class, I have one on Friday and one on Saturday, but I have a case that I wanted to show. One that I'm proud of. We actually did 3 units, and there was a lot of work to be done in this case, and it's a great patient, one we've seen for a lot of years, but you know, as you can see, there's just a lot of things that has to be done. So a lot of work on Dr. Ehrlich's part, but we talk a lot about Biocopy. And so we do tons of Biocopy in our office. And so 18, 19, and 20, we ran Biocopy. And I designed these, you know, of course we do this in one visit, and it's predictable. And I always tell assistants when they come, if you've made temporary crowns before, you can absolutely make a final restoration. So when we do these 3, all you got to think about is margins, contacts, occlusion, embrasure shapes, and then you're ready to mill it. And so a lot of our depth that we get comes from the staining and glazing. So it comes from, once it comes out of the machine, don't look at it as you're completely finished at that moment. So you have to think of it as, you know, it's the product in which is going to make the tooth, and then you're going to make it look good once it comes out. And so doing 18, 19, and 20, and you know what, you know, your contacts need to look like, your margins, and your occlusion, when you're doing Biocopy, you already know that these 3 restorations are going to drop right in. I wasn't concerned about contacts or adjusting our occlusion, and so we teach how for assistants to have a sequence in which they can get this done and feel confident and comfortable in doing it, and then just knowing your staining and glazing. And we did this in one visit, and the patient was happy with the result. And
yeah, Ty, if you don't mind going back to that screen. So if you think about this, as far as managing the occlusion, we have 18, 19, and 20. We do a lot of Biocopy just because I don't want to reinvent the wheel when it comes to occlusion. But imagine if we did buccal bite biogeneric. We did buccal bite biogeneric, they could potentially bite through their maximum intercuspation position because we've lost their posterior stop. Or you could, people get around that by doing the buccal bite before you take all that out, but still, that is still just one position of their bite. I call it a snapshot of their occlusion. Whereas Biocopy, a lot of people think, oh, well, that's so ugly. And I love it when they get all bowed up like this. Well, I do good looking work and everything. And I go, I know that you got it, that you do the best work I've ever seen, but I want it functional. And once we get it functional, you can make it look just spectacular.
You have to think function first and anatomy second. And so I don't think Mr. Jones thought anything about his number 18 didn't have all his sluice waves in there. He was just happy. And they almost always go, oh, wow. Perfect, first time, because their expectation of crowns, because they've had them done before, are a lot of adjustments, a lot of going in and out, in and out, in and out of the mouth. And the more you do that, they kind of start to lose value a little bit in what is happening. And so, and it's just, I think it's a very predictable way to get through that and not a whole, lot to think about. So.
All right, so we've got, who was our winner from last week? This is from Sasha Der Avanesian, Harvest Dental. We've got the Super Peg, which we highly endorse. We think this is good stuff. We'll send that out. Who won that?
And our winner is Robert Weber.
All right, awesome.
So we'll get that
cool.
sent out.
So if you want, what are we giving out this time? This is a good one.
Yes. So if you like, comment, share, follow. You'll go into a drawing for the SRS, the screw removal system. It is not a bird, it's a system.
Yeah, so this is a bird that, no, my hygienist is like coming in here as we're live.
Hygiene check.
Yeah, so that means I gotta go here in a minute. Hygienist.
I know.
Oh my gosh, they drive me crazy.
But you gotta have them, so.
Just kidding.
Just
No, she's great. No, the SRS bird, thank you to everybody that we've sold so many of these things.
Yes.
We
They're
sold
awesome.
2.
I use it every single day.
Yeah.
And then one of the last things, so only onlays, virtual, Dr. Ehrlich is doing Wednesday, the 8th, so next Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday, the 8th.
Ty, when is?
Whatever day that is.
I don't know, we'll find it's on our website.
There's a couple of spots still available, but I think this may be something that is going to come up pretty regular.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that one virtually. We'll probably set it up maybe every 2 weeks or something, and a small group, 4 or 5 of us, just talking casually and going over prep designs, bonding techniques, materials, a lot of different things, and good opportunity for questions to be asked and answered. Yeah. So it'll be kind of a group discussion. It'll be really good and not expensive.
No, and we've got our, we actually sat down and got some dates for courses for 2021. We will have them on the website this week. So.
All right. So that was our Hump Day Huddle for this week, and we will catch you on the flip side, as they say in the cool world. You're probably not even old enough to have ever heard that, are you? Yeah.
Flip side. Catch you on the flip side.
All right. I got to go do a hygiene check.
Right.
See ya.